What is going on, guys? As we all know, today we got D23. Of course, D23 has been going on for the past couple days. Started on Friday, yesterday, and now today. Now, there's been big presentations on each day. Monday had talk about Disney films, some new stuff coming out. Yesterday, Marvel did a big presentation, as well as Star Wars did talk about some new stuff coming up. I expected a little bit more from Star Wars, but um, you know, I don't know what's going on over there, Lucas, to be honest with you. But today is the Parks, Entertainment, and Products panel with Josh tomorrow. I'm excited for that. I do have it showing. Unfortunately, I've learned from past mistakes. I'm not showing the live, on here. I would love to, um, but I'm pretty sure I might get the live might get shut down, to be honest with you. So I don't know how to play that. I know it's not another YouTube item. I'm actually playing it off of D23's website. So I don't know, maybe that'd be okay, maybe not. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'll bring up a few, screen shares when it's happening. So you'll definitely see what I'm seeing on the screen, because like I said, I got it on my screen right here next to me, and so that way, I can try to screenshot this as much as possible, but we will take it as it goes, because I don't want YouTube to copyright me, or just like I said, literally, I think the last time I did something like this, although I was doing it when I did it before, I was doing it off of a YouTube video onto here. So I don't know how that really works out, um, going from a website. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll bring it up. Maybe I'll just take the chance. I don't know. But we will definitely, more of a reactionary video, talk to you, have you guys on here, see what's going on. And I don't know if there's maybe some sort of delay, because I know if I screen share a video, if I decide to put it up and I screen share a video onto here, it doesn't get the audio, but I know you guys can usually hear the audio through my microphone. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have to play around with it. Maybe we won't. I'm not quite sure. OTT, I think you were the only first one in here, so I appreciate you stopping by. Right now, they're actually just doing a Disney Expo live thing, kind of an early. They're talking about some of the stuff going on. Of course, the big news this year is the 100-year celebration. So we're still yet to find out all the details of what Disney is going to be doing with that. And so we'll see. So hopefully they talk about it in this presentation. So of course, if you have not familiar with the D23 Parks panel, essentially this is when Josh tomorrow comes out. He talks about all the new things playing for the parks, around the world, as well as some new events and things like that. Now, with that being said, the last one I had, because COVID they typically used to do this every other year. So this event would have been last year if they kept on the normal schedule. But 2019 was the last D23 Expo in Anaheim, and they had a lot of changes that they were going to do at like Epcot and stuff like that, which they are working on. But of course, what we're getting is going to be far different than what was advertised. Of course, one of the big things that I was very disappointed at was the iconic, or what was going to be an iconic Disney Expo Pavilion event, something of that nature. That I thought was going to be really cool. Knock almost to the 50s future. What they thought of futuristic. I thought it was going to be an icon, and of course, it's been reduced down to a one-story black building, essentially. And then, of course, we also did get Mary Poppins. That didn't happen, although they haven't said that that's off the shelf yet. It's just not going to happen right now. So maybe we'll hear something about that. That's a possibility. we haven't heard about the Spaceship Earth upgrade that we're supposed to get. Spaceship Earth was supposed to get fully upgraded, and that hasn't done so yet. So we will see if that gets announced as well. There's a lot of stuff for Epcot that was announced. So you also get the Play Pavilion, which I don't know if that's canceled. I don't know if that's delayed. I don't know if that's getting reworked. I really don't know. That was supposed to go in the spot where the old Wonders of Life was. I think it was going to be great, but I think they had to rethink it all because of it being a play type area. Kids. Mainly designed towards kids, and also the whole selfie emoji, Disney emoji thing. It's supposed to be based off Ralph Rex the Internet, which of course came out a while ago. So I don't know if that whole theming has kind of been played out. I don't really know. So there's a lot of things that was announced back in 2019 that never really happened. One thing that did get announced back in 2019 that has been going on that was supposed to be a 3-year project and is now embarking on about 5 years, which is Tron Light Cycle Run, which we are expecting them. This is one of the things that I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about is the opening date for Tron. Of course, we do know that they are doing ride testing right now, as well as it has been seen to have people on it. I'm sure it's Disney executives of some sort, but like I said, we'll see. That's one thing we are expected to see. So, but right now they're just doing a Disney Expo live thing going on. When tomorrow comes on, I don't know. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen if YouTube shuts me down. YouTube shuts me down, and I bring it right back up quickly and not show it. I mean, maybe it's better to take the risk than not try it all. But we'll see. I expect to see a lot of good things. But I know it's Sunday. Typically, I try to get a 5 minutes of Disney video up by noon, but of course, with everything going on, I wanted to hold off a little bit and wait to catch all the big news. Kind of do a D23 episode of 5 minutes of Disney. So I do plan on filming that shortly after this live is done and shortly after this presentation is done. So you will get that more by this evening of what all is talked about. But some quick recaps of what's happened at D23 so far. I'm not going to go into all details of everything, but of course, starting from Friday, they talked about some new movies coming out. They've got the 61st, which I didn't even realize it was Disney's 61st movie, 61st, 61st movie. It's called Strange World. It's from Disney Animation Studios. Should be interesting. It's, from what I can tell, it's about almost like a crude style film, follows a family going through a strange alien world of stuff, something of that nature. Also, Pixar has, I believe, 2 new movies coming out soon, which is one is Elio and another one is Elemental. I don't know if they're associated. I couldn't really tell, to be honest with you. So Pixar's got some new movies coming out, so I think those are great. Into yesterday, as you can tell, big Marvel fan, so I was strongly excited to see what Marvel came out with. Of course, Feige came out, Kevin Feige came out and announced all the new things. Some of the new things, some of the stuff that was already presented, but talked about some new stuff. Of course, I think the biggest one out of all of them was he brought out the cast of the new Thunderbolts. And one that I didn't know was part of the Thunderbolts, or that he was going to bring in part of the Thunderbolts, was, of course, if you've been watching the Disney Plus series of Marvel, things like that, even into Black Widow, you can tell that this has been created. And again, if you guys are just coming to the show, we will be showing the presentation, which starts in about 5 minutes with Josh tomorrow. So stay tuned. We're just kind of getting, talking about a few things before we get started. But of course, the Thunderbolts, see if I can get them all without forgetting them. Of course, we're going to have the Taskmaster in there. We're going to have Ghost from Ant-Man and Wasp. There's going to be Valentina, of course, has been putting all this together. There's going to be Yelena, um, Red Guardian, which I wasn't sure if Red Guardian was going to be part of it. You've also got, of course, U.S. Agent John Walker, and then the big one that was announced that I didn't know about was um, Bucky. Bucky showed up, and of course, it's just Sebastian Stan for the Winter Soldier. So the Winter Soldier's going to be part of it now. Some people will put the Thunderbolts as being Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad. I think that's not really a fair comparison, to be honest with you, but it does tell you at some point, if you've ever been watching Marvel, that this is going. I mean, to have Winter Soldier be the most, I guess, nicest guy, good guy among the group. I mean, I think that's kind of saying a lot. So, it is what it is. But it's coming up soon. I think the Disney Live crew is back on the couch now. I think they're ending up their little 30-minute Disney Live before Josh Tomorrow then hits the stage. So I do have this queued up right here on the live stream. I've got the volume muted at the moment, so I will be showing it. Hopefully, I want to get y'all's reaction as we go through this event, and let's see. But let's bring this up. Let's see. Well, no, I'm gonna wait. If I'm gonna get shut down by YouTube, I'm gonna wait until we can get a little bit more in here. But I don't know if they're. This is off a website, so I'm pretty sure we're okay. But this live should be happening in about 3 minutes for the Disney Parks Live. So stay tuned. Right now, again, they are doing a little pre-show, I guess is what it is. Beforehand, talked about some of the great archives. Because again, this is going to be 100-year celebration for Disney. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, not a lot of companies make to 100 years, and this is going to be pretty awesome. So I mean, you got 100 years worth of history that they can archive, and they've got stuff for and things like that. So I think it'd be pretty awesome. But like I said, the little pre-show is about wrapping up right now. We've got roughly a couple minutes before we get into the official Josh Tomorrow presentation. Again, if you're watching, I wasn't going to do it. I was just going to do more of a reactionary and comment on what is going on. But I think because this is off a website, not a YouTube, that's what I'm hoping. We'll see. I've had live shut down by YouTube before for showing the event. So in case I do get shut down, I will give me about 5 minutes. I'll get I'll get it back up, and we'll just commentate it. So I'm gonna take the chance. Yeah, I said why not? We'll just take the chance and go from there. They're not going to shut down the channel for it. They're just going to tell me, nope, don't do that. Don't do that. So, because last time I think I did that was I was streaming it off of a YouTube video, and that may have been, a no, but I don't know if this is different. I'm streaming this off the Disney part or the D23 website. So that's where I'm streaming this off of. So might as well, They do love the copyright check, but there's different levels. To be honest with you, for copywriting, I've gotten many copyright strikes. Especially being in the parks. Sometimes park music likes to, bleed into the audio. Luckily, I think I've upgraded now. I've got more of a directional mic, so it picks up just more of me talking. But sometimes, yes, it catches certain things, and they will copyright strike me. But it's not an actual strike. It's just a copyright warning to basically tell me, hey, we're going to let this run, but any of the proceeds that you make off this, any monetary value off this, is basically going to go to the copyright people. So it's more of a demonetization than a copyright strike. I've never actually gotten a full copyright strike. So it is 1:30, so it'd be 10:30 over there. So I think that they are about wrapping it up. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. They're still talking. We should get Josh tomorrow on stage in a second, and then I will bring the other screen up to find out what's going on. So hopefully we can get something, and these guys can stop talking. That would be nice. I would love to get into this presentation. So we will. Yep, looks like they're about wrapping it up. And we've gotten into, okay, they're singing a song. So I'm going to actually wait until whatever song is sung to bring this up. I'll bring it up. I just won't bring up the audio just yet, so that way you guys can see what is going on as well. Again, if for some reason YouTube shuts down the stream, I will be back up, and I just won't play the stream itself. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens. Worst case scenario, YouTube shuts me down. But of course, they are playing some sort of song, and I am muting out the music for right now, just because for copyright situations. But this is the parks presentation of what is going on. So let's see if we can find out what's. Of course, is Disney. They like to do a whole spectacle of things and stuff like that. So I'm gonna assume this has to do with the 100-year celebration of Disney. So, and you got to remember, it's not the 100-year celebration of Magic Kingdom or a park, because of course Magic Kingdom itself just celebrated 50 years. This is 100 years of the company itself. So, yeah. But Disney has to go all out and everything. And I am actually going to do one thing real quick. We'll play it as it goes. So again, I'm just as much of a fan as anyone else. So there may be some quiet times, especially when tomorrow's talking. If for some reason you guys do not hear the audio, please let me know, as I will try to figure out how to get some more of the audio up, because I know sometimes when you stream a video, and basically I'm just screen sharing is all I'm doing. It doesn't typically always come up correctly. So looks like the performance is possibly done. Maybe, I don't know. We're just gonna play it as it goes. There's Josh tomorrow. Yep, trying to get the volume up here. Let me know if you guys don't hear any audio.
You guys sound good.
Of course, Josh tomorrow is not the CEO. He is the chairman, but well known around the Disney parks and well known around the Disney universe. A big fan favorite.
What a way to start. How about another huge round of applause for Jordan Fisher?
Please let me know in the chat if you guys are able to hear the audio for this.
I am guessing that a lot of you recognize that music. You recognize that music? Yeah, that's the theme song from Happily Ever After at Walt Disney Resort.
So that was the song that they were playing during the thing. So I did not play the music, but we did see the video.
You know what? Let's get started with announcement.
Oh, thank you, OTT. You can't hear the audio, so fantastic. Oh, that's a big one. This is big. This is big. I'm glad they started out with this. Of course, Happily Ever After fireworks show was ended and replaced by what is there now for the 50th anniversary. So it wasn't well received. So glad to hear that it is it is coming back in a new way. So I'm a huge Happily Ever After fan. So thankfully they are bringing that back.
These lines mean a lot, even more to me now than they did 3 years ago, which was the last time that we were all together here in D23. course, none of us could have predicted what lay ahead when we left this room back in 2019. But I got to tell you, during those tough times, we all kept wishing together. We kept
look at those parks. Of course, Disneyland was closed for close to a year, at least 9 months. So, I mean, that's just...
You've been right there with us every single step of the way. You kept us going. You all kept me going. You all kept the Disney magic alive when we were all at home. And that was all of us, all the cast members around the world. They could feel your energy even though our parks were closed. And like the song says, every step forward we took, it really did bring us new hope. So now that we're finally back here together, I just want to say thank you. Thank you.
Of course, at the same time, you know, I keep along with a lot of Disney channels and Twitter. So of course my phone's blowing up with the announcement so far of Happily Ever After coming back.
I know why you love being there with your friends and with your family. And I'm sure.
Is it just me, or does Josh Tomorrow sometimes have this Steve Jobs-esque feel to him when he gives these presentations? I remember watching old keynotes from Steve Jobs during Apple, and Josh Tomorrow kind of gives me that kind of figuring.
I understand how much Disney means to you all, and I feel so lucky that it's my job to keep.
Oh, are you hearing the notifications, OTT? I put it on silent, so it should just be buzzing.
Now, I know that change can be hard, and we may not get things perfect all the time. But I also know that you want to be part of what we're doing and where we're headed, and that means everything to us. So then, where do we go next? Well, on Friday, Bob Chapek, he talked about the future of our company and how he wants to revolutionize entertainment yet again. And I can tell you...
More vibrating sound. There's nothing really going on. Let me know. It could be the washer's on the other side of the wall for me, so maybe you're hearing that.
And they exceed our greatest expectations. We're going to talk a lot about that future today, but I want to start with what makes the D23 Expo so special. This event, it gives us a chance to celebrate all things.
So happy to see Happily Ever After coming back.
Our love for all of you, our fans. To our fans. One of the ways that we celebrate with you is through our park anniversaries. And 2022 has been a huge
I got you.
Celebrations. Right now, we're in the middle of the world's most magical celebration. All my Florida folks here honoring the 50th anniversary of the Walt Disney World Resort. Now, it sounds like you've all been there.
We got a couple more months. We got about 5 more months of the 50th anniversary.
New nighttime spectaculars, and there's so many other cool things going on there. And now, Epcot is only a short few weeks away from its 40th. It's 40th.
Big 40 for Epcot. Big 40.
And there is so much happening at the park as it continues its transformation. All right. How many of you have been on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind?
I have. It's absolutely fantastic. One of the best coasters I've ever been on personally.
And I'm sure that you have a favorite song.
Oh yeah. Gotta go with some Flock of Seagulls. I ran. Gotta love that one. Oh, I'm definitely getting copyrighted now, but it's okay. It's worth it.
I was going to do just a little bit of a dance up here. My daughter's somewhere in the background. She's like, please, Pop, do not do it. But I can kind of dance, but you're welcome, Kate. We all know that's a great track. Now, every time that I hear that track, I'm thinking about Cosmic Rewind. Let's go over to Disneyland Paris, where I hope you guys.
Disneyland's got its 30th anniversary this year. Oh wow!
Anniversary, such a cool moment for our cast and all our fans.
Gotta love that 30th outfit.
Have the new Disney D-Light drone show happening each evening over the castle.
Guys, too, if you're just coming in, hey, hit up the chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking, what you guys are hoping for them to announce during this presentation. I really think they need to bring this drone type show out here to the U.S. They did it one time at Disney Springs, and I really would like them to bring it back.
Celebration. I am also excited to announce that we will have a brand new show coming to the Walt Disney Studio Park. It's called Pixar We Belong Together, and it'll debut next year in the studios.
Oh, that's cool. Man, I wish we got that out here, but that's a good show for Paris. That's a good show for Paris.
Let's stay in Paris just for a moment, because there is a lot of momentum at Walt Disney Studios Park right now. I got the chance to be there just a few weeks ago for the grand opening of our newest Avengers Campus. It is amazing. It's spectacular. And you all know this. There is a lot more in the works over there. I'm going to come back to that.
Yeah, that's because they
let's go over to Japan.
I think they shut down the Iron Man ride because it was actually lackluster, so they're reworking it a little bit.
Time to shine 20th anniversary celebration.
Oh wow, so many anniversaries going on right now. It's crazy.
40th anniversary next year. And then finally, as we wrap up this totally amazing year of milestones, we'll officially hit the 70th anniversary of Walt Disney Imagineering.
I mean, to hit so many big milestones all within a couple years from one another, that's just crazy.
Discussion with our Imagineers later today, celebrating this anniversary, and she has produced a fantastic video tribute, and that's going to be shown over there for the first time. So please get over there and check that one out. And now that brings us to Disney's 100.
Told you guys, 100-year celebration. I love it.
I mean, what an incredible milestone.
Agree with you. Drone shows are awesome. They should definitely bring them back.
Hearing all weekend, we are going to celebrate next year in a big, gigantic, huge way, like nothing that we have ever done before. When I look back over our first 100 years, what jumps out at me is how we are just constantly reinventing ourselves, telling new stories for brand new generations. You all know this. We need those stories now more than ever.
Classic Walt.
And that's a lesson we take straight from Walt. He believed in the power of storytelling. Our incredible cast members, the people who make that all happen, they carry on that legacy each and every day.
Yep, gotta give it up to the cast members. Give them some credit. They make the magic happen.
Now, one of the coolest things in my role is I get letters all the time about how wonderful our cast members are, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of those letters are coming from the folks in this room. And I gotta say, I love hearing those stories. I read each and every one of them, so please keep them coming to me. I do want to say thank you to our cast from around the world. These are the best people in the world.
Yeah, guys, even if you're watching from home, give a clap for the cast members. The cast members at Disney are extremely hardworking, and they're the ones that make the magic. So be kind to your cast members the next time you go to a Disney park.
Let's have them stand. They're somewhere in here. There they are, right over here. Somewhere. They're not quite lit up, but I know they're out there. They're somewhere. It's great to see all of you. Thank you for coming and representing our unbelievable cast members around the world. Okay, I have a lot of really cool news to share with you.
This is what we want to hear.
I'm going to go fast, so bear with me here. Are you guys ready to come along on a little journey with me? All right, well, let's jump into this boundless future, because there is no limit to where we're going. Where are we? We are literally down the street from...
Oh, we're getting Disneyland first, which, makes sense. They're in Anaheim, so they're literally down the road from Disneyland.
I know that. So let's start right there. I got my start at Disney, at the Disneyland resort, and no matter how...
Josh Small did work from the ground up.
It always feels like home when I come back.
That's why a lot of people respect him a lot.
It just marked its 67th anniversary, and I loved watching this special place transform over my time with Disney, bringing all of your favorite stories to life. One of the biggest additions has been Star
What do you
Wars
guys think they're going to announce for Disneyland? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know in the comments. I want to hear what you're hoping they announce for Disneyland and Disney World.
Storytelling has just exploded, and we're seeing all kinds of new characters and tales from that galaxy far, far away. And one of the folks responsible for some of those new stories is Disney legend Jon Favreau.
Legend. Love Jon Favreau. Loved his acting. Loved his directing. Fantastic. Oh, here comes the man himself. I think they need to let Jon Favreau run LucasArts, to be honest with you.
Maybe you just do the rest of the presentation. First of all, thank you for being here with us today.
It's always fun. I think last time was when we opened Avengers Campus,
It
right?
was. Yeah, you got to hang out on stage there and see that all come to life.
Yeah.
You're a huge Disney Parks fan.
Yes.
I know that. You're obviously a huge Star Wars fan. You talked about some cool stuff yesterday, I think, and the day before.
Sure.
How does it feel standing up in front of all
It's great.
Is the audio still coming through okay, guys?
You know, it's been so long since we have all get together like this, and the energy is great.
I would agree with you, OTT. The surprise is the fun.
Communicating online, and there's a big conversation that goes on in the digital world, but to all get together in person like this it's really wonderful. I'll tell you, not just for myself, but everybody else associated with it. The energy that you all give back, it makes it, that's why we love doing it. And the energy is fantastic. And, you're all cheering there and it's fun, but I can't tell you, it affects everything that people like Josh do, people like we do, because we know how much it's appreciated and how much fun everybody's having together. So I just want to reiterate the appreciation that we have to all of you for letting us do what we love to do.
Well, I can, to that end, I can remember standing in 2019
Thank you, OTT.
in Disneyland in front of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and there was a group of people, I'm sure some of you were there, who came in, and there were tears coming down people's face as they saw some of that stuff for the first time.
Because a lot of the people we work on the show with, like Doug Chang, and a lot of the people from Lucasfilm and ILM, they were all, it's a big group of creatives. You think about Imagineering, there's such a company with so many different departments, but everybody comes together to work on things like this. I have the passion to get it right. We love the source material as well. And when you first walk into Bayou, it's super cool. And I remember in the Millennium Falcon, I was there when they opened.
Yeah, if you guys have not been to the Disneyland or Disney World to see the Star Wars land and the Millennium Falcon, it is breathtaking the first time you see the Falcon.
Storytelling with technology, and how to create the magic using the latest and greatest that's available. And Walt, we think of it as kind of old-fashioned, but
people come in live, welcome. Appreciate you stopping on by.
And all the technologies that he was pushing forward, it was, in the 50s and 60s, it was crazy. And it's nice to see that we're continuing to keep that legacy alive with all these innovations that you're announcing.
And they're going to keep coming. Yeah. Now, you, as part of your job, when you're standing up here on stage, you get to do all these kind of sneak peeks and things like that.
Yeah.
I get to do them sometimes, but not like you guys. You want to do something like that today?
Well, I figure this is the perfect place to introduce people to something new, right?
Oh, of course, if you have not seen the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer, it is phenomenal, and I can't wait for Mandalorian Season 3. Of course, there's Mando. And I guarantee you he's got Grogu underneath that cape.
All right. Hey, it looks like you got a little friend there.
Let's go find this friend.
I love it. Love it.
Safe journeys, Mando. It's good to see you.
This is the way.
Supposed to start having the Mando walk around the Star Wars lands. So I haven't found him yet, but next time I go over there, I'll be looking for him.
We're getting this started off strong. There it is. That's your first look at Mando and Grogu live and in person.
Yeah. We've been working on this thing, I can't tell you, for years. And to the credit of Josh and the team and the Imagineers, they came down to the studio. They worked with Legacy and with the costume designers, went back and forth. Yeah. And I'm telling you, for those of you who like to cosplay or those of you who are big fans, every detail on that, we really meticulously went after. And then we were doing this since before the break, before the lockdown.
Yep.
So this is something that's been a real labor of love, and I want to express my
I'm
appreciation.
glad they included Jon Favreau in the costume design for the Mando that goes around Star Wars land. That way you know it's going to be, detailed.
Today, we're going to be able to cross paths with these two guys
Yep.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Next time I go to Galaxy's Edge in Disney World, I'm going to be hunting for the Mando, one of my favorite characters in the Star Wars universe.
John, thanks for being here today. Thanks for everything.
Thank you so much. Thank all of you.
Thank you.
Jon Favreau, a legend on his own, Marvel legend, Star Wars legend.
He is amazing, and he's such a good partner, and he's so passionate about these parks. So to see that come to life, just really special. I'm glad that we could do that in front of you today. Our characters and their stories are part of what makes our parks and experiences so special and so different. And I can tell you what, we are not going to slow down here at all. Since we opened Avengers Campus at Disney California Adventure, we've seen how powerful these characters
I have not gotten a chance to check that out yet. I haven't gone over to LA yet.
Globally. Here in California, we introduced Iron Man, Black Widow, Thor, Black Panther, Captain America, Scarlet Witch, Loki, Shang-Chi, Loki, Mighty Thor, and of course, Loki.
Many Lokis. You can never have enough Lokis.
We've got Spider-Man swinging overhead. We've got the Dora Milaje showing us the way of the Wakandan warriors. And we've got Doctor Strange teaching us about the mystic arts. And you know what? Like I said, we are just getting started here. But what does just getting started mean? Well,
another big ride, I'm thinking.
I've invited another special guest. Everyone, please welcome the president of Marvel Studios.
Oh, Feige's in the house. I'm thinking there's another big ride announced because in the original concept design, it showed one big show building in the back that never happened in Marvel Campus yet. So I'm gonna guess it's a new show.
Good seeing you again. It's Kevin Feige. I was backstage with Jordan Fisher a second ago, and he bumped into, actually, he hadn't met you before. I said, this is Kevin Feige. Jordan was having a tough time breathing up here after he got up to stage. All right, first things first. Did anybody see Kevin and his team up on stage yesterday? Oh, great. I've got an issue. Uh-oh. So Kevin gets out there, and he says, well, I don't get to do Broadway-style things. And he comes out, and there's people dancing on the stage, and I'm like, what the heck that's my territory.
That is the Disney inspiration you bring to all of us.
Yeah, well,
to all of us.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to start making Marvel movies, though. The Imagineers want to make Marvel movies.
I wish you the best of luck.
Well, listen, my team loves working with you and all the amazing things that you keep bringing out. And I know you're a big fan of Disneyland, and you've got Avengers
all of the
Campus
parks have, and it is still, I pinch myself, not just that I get to make movies, but that I get to interact with the Imagineers, with Josh, on bringing these to life. Disney is, we've been a part of Disney now for over 10 years, and it was always the promise, gosh, maybe someday we could have something in the parks. And now that day has been here for a while, and I thank you for it. And I thank all of you fans for coming and embracing Avengers Campus and everything that's coming to the parks from Marvel finally.
Of course, I've been so disappointed we can't get Marvel Campus in Disney World because of Universal. Oh, we got Mark Ruffalo.
I just wanted to jump in quickly. I'm watching a live stream, and this is amazing. But I have one suggestion. Just off to the side, Avengers Campus is incredible, and I'm just asking you, maybe suggesting that you expand the palette a little bit. You got red and blue, you got red and gold, you got black and silver. I'm just saying you might need a little color. How about a little green to add to the mix? Just a suggestion. Asking you to think about it. I'll let you go now. I think you guys did an amazing job. Sending my love to everybody. I'm just going to step back and finish watching the live stream and hope there's some good news.
I think
that up here.
I think, how do you get that number, first of all? You shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know. We gave it to him.
But I think you should get your people on that. We could start working on that and get that in the works. I think that'd be pretty cool. You guys want to see a Hulk at some point?
That would be pretty awesome. Oh, there we go. I think we have a Hulk now. So you're going to see a Hulk going around Avengers.
Hulk, how you doing?
That was fast.
You guys haven't seen back in 2019, they talked about this exoskeleton. I'm pretty sure that's what this is.
At Avengers HQ. I don't know what happened. What is this? One of those something cons?
Something. This is D23 Expo, Hulk.
Oh, the time-space GPS must be off. Now I'm annoyed.
Well, Hulk, we would love to have you at Avengers Campus. Maybe you can do like a meet and greet. You can see some of your fans. You could do like a visiting professor kind of thing, something like that.
I like it. I can make that work. Avengers Campus, get ready.
That was
great to see you. Hey, can you find the exit? Can you find the exit?
I'll make one.
that was actually a little awkward at the end there, but okay, I'm excited. See a little green there. I got a Hulk finally coming around Avengers Campus. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
That's impressive. It just keeps coming at Avengers Campus. Pretty cool.
He's big.
He's huge, up close and personal. Listen, if you want to meet Hulk, I've got some great news. He'll be appearing in Avengers Campus in California next week.
Nice.
Now, the Hulk's got a lot of places to go, and you can only stay for a little while right now. Please do not miss it. But he will be at Avengers Campus next week.
Listen, I love that these guys at Imagineering and at the parks, it's amazing. You watch an episode, and the next day there's a character in the park. You meet a character here on stage, the next week they're in the park. That's really incredible, the amount of characters that your team have brought to life in Avengers Campus. And I thank you. It's amazing.
You keep making those great movies. We're going to do it. Kevin, I'm just going to ask you one thing, please. Just ask Hulk. Don't have him smash stuff up because, the place is still new and, Spidey, damage over there.
I understood that reference.
Yeah, the Spidey's kind of malfunctioned a little bit from time to
This
time.
year has always been our vision for Avengers Campus, to give our guests more of what they love and then some. We want more stories, we want more heroes, we want more villains, and we want more of the land. We want more of the land to play in too. And Kevin, you spun fans into a frenzy this summer when you announced the multiverse saga of films coming our way. And I know everybody went crazy.
Welcome to anybody coming in live. Appreciate you stopping on by. Of course, this is the parks. They've announced a few things. Happily Ever After is returning to Magic Kingdom. Of course, now there will be a Hulk walking around the Avengers Campus, which is always could be interesting.
We're bringing the multiverse to our series on Disney Plus, and now we're bringing the multiverse to Avengers Campus.
Yeah, that's right. And as you heard, as Bob shared on Friday, we are expanding Avengers Campus here in California.
Oh.
And our creative teams they've been talking about a third attraction from the beginning here, but
because originally it got cut. The big attraction got cut.
To the drawing board for what this could mean to our land. And now, working with your team, Imagineers have come up with a concept that is entirely new. So, Kevin, we've got all of our biggest fans here in the room with us today. What can you tell us about the story and this new experience?
Well, the fun thing about Marvel is the characters, all the characters, all of the time. And with the multiverse,
Hoping this is that new big ride they're talking about.
Attraction, you're going to be able to battle alongside all the Avengers against all the foes from anywhere, from every wing
Oh,
that you
wow.
could possibly imagine. And you're going to meet a new villain named King Thanos. This is a new version of Thanos for the very first time coming into the MCU.
Kind of like a Lord of the Rings, Saruman meets Thanos look to him.
And a crown. This is a Thanos that won. And the Avengers are not too happy about that. And you have to help them.
So, Kevin, you all need to know when we're building these new attractions, he is in this every step of the way, making sure the story comes through and it's exciting for all of you. This is incredibly exciting. He is incredibly exciting, and this is coming soon. And in honor of this special announcement, we've turned the awesome artwork that you saw, that you're seeing right here, into a print just for everybody in this room today. You're the only ones to get it, and you'll have it for you on your way out.
This print was made by the amazing Ryan Meinerding. You should all know who he is. He's been the head of our visual development at the studio. He's designed almost everything.
God, so many characters in that image.
These are just some of the characters. Some of whom you met before, some of whom you can
I'm jealous I'm not there to get
yet.
one.
It'll be them and more in this amazing attraction.
Well, you've given us a lot to look forward to here. We can't wait to venture further into the multiverse with you. Kevin, you're amazing. I appreciate you, and I thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Josh.
No more Broadway shows.
Thank you. We'll see.
Stop that.
We'll see. Thank you, everybody.
Happy Fight
Thank you very much.
everyone.
Thank you.
Wow, that's big news. That's big news. Glad to see that
So
that big ride's
we
finally coming back
continue
into
to
play.
have big plans for Avengers Campus here in California. And that's all I can say for now, but I promise you we're going to keep you updated on our progress here in this amazing growing land. All right, I've got something else new for you in Disney California Adventure. Just around the corner from Avengers Campus, I am excited to share that we're about to reimagine Pacific Wharf into San Francisco. Big.
Oh, wow. Wow.
This, everyone, is where East meets West and technology meets tradition. We're still in the early phases here of this work, but you can see glimpses of what's to come. There's going to be a place to meet Baymax, of course.
Wow, that's big. That's cool. Of course, that's going to take over where the Bodines area is and everything of that nature over in California Adventure. That's huge.
Over across the street, we're also making great progress on the reimagining of Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel. And I am excited to share for the first time.
That thing has needed some rework for a while.
Hotel.
Nice. That's gonna be, I think, better than Paradise Pier, to be honest with you.
Super fun. You'll feel like you walk right into a Pixar art gallery. You'll see new interpretations of favorite characters like Woody, Buzz will be there, Mike, 22, Miguel, Dante, and all the Disney Pixar characters that you can think of. Of course, Pixar's artistry will be at the core of this totally refreshed experience. It's going to include fantastic communal areas.
That's going to be, and not just, the other Disneyland resort. This is going to be a place people are going to want to go.
Now, I'm going to take you over to downtown Disney, where we have some big plans to introduce more than.
This has been in the works for a while. This got announced a while back.
Locations. You can expect a bunch of new options for shopping and dining that will showcase Southern California culture. Now, we've already shared that Michelin star chef Carlos Gaitan is bringing his vision for Mexican cuisine to Centrico and Paseo. And we're also excited that Din Tai Fung will join the district.
Oh, wow.
With his
To be honest with you, don't even know who that is, but hey, I'm sure he's some big celebrity chef. You guys know who he is? Comment make a comment in the comment box. Let me know.
Next year and into the future, but I want you to be the first to hear this one. We're bringing a Southern California favorite to downtown Disney. It's a place that I love and I hope you love. It's Portos. Oh, we got some Portos fans in here.
Never heard of it, to be honest with you. If you're from Southern California, this is back. Yes. Fun time with Ethan. Yes, Happily Ever After is coming back to Walt Disney World. Extremely excited. I'm a huge fan of Happily Ever After, so I'm very happy with that.
It is all delicious. Now, some of you, I imagine, some of you out there in the audience might be wondering, well, what is this all about? Let me just say this. It's really good. And when you try it, you are going to love it.
I'll take his word for it.
You're not going to have to wait long because we are giving you all a special treat from Porto's today on your way out.
Oh, wow. See, again, very jealous. But
don't run out and get it right now, okay? We've got a lot more to share before you get those pastries. And speaking of running, that reminds me, the last time that we had a Run Disney race through the Disneyland Resort, when was it?
Run Disney returning to Disneyland.
2017. Well, the races are coming back. The races are coming back in 2024. We're going to have a lot more details on that, the registration, all the fun stuff that comes along with that. But listen, I can't wait to see everybody out there again. I can guarantee you I will be out there running with you all. So
no release date for Happily Ever After yet. I'm assuming is going to happen after the end of the 50th anniversary, which is at the end of March. So I would expect the Happily Ever After to be returning in April.
We are going to celebrate Mickey and Minnie and their best pals in a whole new way at Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland Park.
This is in construction right now,
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway,
which you can see in Disney World right now.
You have experienced before. It's already a huge hit at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida. And of course, we're going to make some
Tron. They have not talked about Tron yet. They haven't even gotten to Disney World other than Happily Ever After. So
today,
we have not heard about Tron yet.
At the attraction with these brand new renderings from inside the El Capitan Theater. And
wow, that's nice.
You met Mickey for the first time. There's going to be something in there for each of you, from Steamboat Willie to Mickey Mouse Club to his desk at Mickey's Christmas Carol, all the way up to the present day. It is going to be a celebration of all things Mickey, which I love.
That is awesome.
No, I'm a huge Mickey fan. Now, this reimagining of Disney's Toontown, it's going to be fantastic. We are really stepping.
Kind of miss that we don't have a Toontown in Disney World anymore. Of course, the expanded Fantasyland took out the Toontown we had, so kind of miss we don't have one anymore.
Rest assured, everyone, it's still there. Here's a first look at a new rendering that we have where you can see he's crashed it into Goofy's pond. And here, in this new rendering, you can see one of the silliest areas of new Goofy's How to Play Yard. It's a fun, interactive sound garden.
This is going to be a really, really cool place for kids, I think. Maybe a reason to take the family of mine out to LA, to be honest with you, when it opens.
2023. I can tell you, I've had a chance to walk
of course,
around
bring you
here.
guys along with me.
This place is going to be great. So, let's go from Toontown, and we're going to head over to New Orleans.
Oh, one of my favorite lands in Disneyland.
Yeah. I have loved talking about Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This is our reimagined attraction set up to open at Disneyland and Walt Disney World in late 2024. And I'm thrilled that we're bringing a new Tiana.
This is, of course, replacing Splash Mountain, but giving a nod to it as well.
A little bit more about that. I want to hear from some of the Imagineers who are leading this project. So everyone, please welcome Carmen Smith, welcome Sharita Carter, and Ted Robledo. Well, I guess Ted dances. That's right. I should have been out here a little bit earlier. I didn't have such luck with that. Well, listen, thank you for joining us here today. Ted, I'm going to start with you. We know that our story picks up right where the Princess and the Frog left off. So bring us into the story. What's happening?
Thanks, Josh. So, as we all know, at the end of the film, Princess Tiana realizes her lifelong dream when she opens Tiana's palace. I mean, she's such an inspirational character, and in our brand new story, she's become this great entrepreneur and community leader. So, the year's 1920.
Please tell me there's going to be a quick Tiana quick service in New Orleans Square now. Please tell me that.
For the people of New Orleans. But she she discovers her celebration is missing a very special ingredient. So, and she needs our help to go find it. So we're going to join Tiana and Louis. We all love Louis, right? We're all going to take a magical trip to the Bayou where we're going to meet brand new friends to invite to the party, and they have a very special role in these festivities. Great. Story sounds amazing. I know how much passion you guys are pouring into it. And I'm excited about how the team is bringing this experience to life in some new and special ways. So Sharita, tell us a little bit about how this attraction is all coming together.
Okay, well, first of all, Josh, I just have to let you know, we have the most amazing team working on this attraction.
I was wondering if they're going to reuse some of the old animatronics from Splash Mountain in this ride somewhere. So I'd love to see that.
Mock-ups, making this a transformational experience.
I actually love the look of this, to be honest with you. I really do.
That they inspire a sense of awe in us. So we are taking advantage of that massive structure by using the latest cutting-edge technology to further enhance that sense of grandeur.
I like the water tower. I love that. I like the look. I like the colors. Love the lighting. I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm excited.
What I have always loved is when we have the opportunity to take our tried and true techniques and then combine them with our digital tools for animating and lighting to just create a brand new attraction experience for our guests. For example, we're going to use myths.
What are y'all's feelings on the new Tiana Bayou Adventure? I want to know in the comments below. What are you guys excited for it, or are you sad about it?
It's something that I like to refer to as Bayou, true Bayou magic. And Josh, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
I know. Well, I love this idea of true Bayou magic. Carmen, can you tell us a little bit about the research that the team has been conducting in New Orleans to make this a really, really authentic experience?
Absolutely, Josh. I mean, that's what we're all about. You know, even though Tiana is a character in a story, her culture and the place she comes from is very real. We want this attraction to be...
Love the culture, New Orleans. Love the culture.
To New Orleans. Yes. It's important for our guests to feel how we approach the story in an authentic way. You know, if you're from New Orleans, you should feel like you're coming home. You know, if you've never been to New Orleans, well, this attraction will make you want to go.
Well, I love this idea of a love letter. It's a great way to put it. I know that you and the team have taken multiple research to engage with the New Orleans community. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what that was like, the people that you met?
Okay. Well, you know, what makes the city so special is the people. And we've met some incredible individuals and groups. Their perspective have become a filter we're using for all aspects of our work. You know, in search of inspiration, we've been working with local artists, Sharika.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Oh, that's a cool painting. I like that.
She created this and several other pieces to help us along our journey in developing this important new attraction. We've also spent time with Stella Chase Reese. She's really now an honorary Imagineer, an amazing woman. She is the daughter of Chef Leah Chase, who is the inspiration, you know, for Princess Tiana. You know, yes, indeed. We've been learning more about this important role that food plays in New Orleans culture. And here's one of...
Love New Orleans food. Love New Orleans food.
The thing about good food is it brings folks together from all aspects of life.
Absolutely, Carmen. That is so true and said so well. You know, we'll see food come to life in new ways at Disneyland too, and you're all going to hear more about that in the near future. I'm so excited about all of these plans. So Carmen and Sharita, Ted, thank you so much for sharing with us today. Thank you for the fantastic work.
I am personally excited for this change. I think this is going to be fantastic, and I think it's going to be a great addition to the parks. I know some people are sad to lose Splash Mountain, but you know, for my reasons, I'd like to say I like the change. I like bringing the younger people back to understanding and connecting with the rides.
Tiana's Bayou adventure to feel like you stepped right into her story, which is why I'm thrilled to announce that several of the film's cast will lend their voices to this attraction. We'll have Bruno Campos as Prince Naveed, Michael Leon Woolley as Lewis, Jennifer Lewis as Mama Odie, and of course, Anika Tony Rose as Tiana. Music is going to be a huge part of the experience as well. New Orleans has music embedded in its DNA. You don't just hear that music, you can feel it. So we're bringing that same vibe to this attraction. And today, we've got some musical inspiration that represents the heart and the soul of New Orleans. So please, get those handkerchiefs out. You got them when you walked in. And I want you to join me in welcoming Disney legend Anika Noni Rose.
Yeah, bring the volume down on this for a minute while they do their performance. Of course, this is always great. If you haven't been following Disney very much, of course, Splash Mountain is getting transferred over to Tiana's Bayou Adventure and changed. Now, the way you choose to look at that is multiple different ways, but that's up to you. I like to look at it as we're bringing the kids and the youth bringing content back to them, because to be honest with you, not a lot of kids, even my kids, have no idea what Splash Mountain or where the characters even come from. So you're reconnecting, that's the word I want to use, reconnecting the kids with what's going on. So I think this is fantastic. But so far, I'm thinking this is the end of the Disneyland presentation. I'm hoping we get into Disney World next. Of course, some big things. Talk about the new Toontown area, some new Adams. Of course, Donald's boat is staying. The Avengers Campus is getting a new multiverse ride, which, again, this was a ride that was originally in the, you had a big show building, an original concept drawing, and of course that didn't happen. That got cut out, but I'm glad they're bringing it back, which is a third ride for the Marvel's Avengers Campus. So I think that'll be great. That'll be pretty awesome. The images look great, and I love it. So that'll be a fantastic ad. And I think of course Star Wars, some great character ads. They're bringing around the Hulk to come around Avengers Campus. Of course, I got Mandalorian and Grogu are going to start wandering around. Galaxy's Edge in Star Wars land. So make sure to look for them. I'm going to. I'm a big Mandalorian fan, so I can't wait to find them in the area. And of course, the first big news of the night is Happily Ever After is coming back to Happily Ever After is coming back to Walt Disney World Resort after the end of the 50th celebration. So if you're like me, you're a big Happily Ever After fan, you will be excited about this as well. And I think this is going to be fantastic. Plus, it's supposed to be an upgraded Happily Ever After. So I know there's a lot of, people that were not happy with the fireworks change. So glad to see Happily Ever After come back. And when it does return, I will definitely try to get out there and bring it to you so you guys can see what is going on with it. But definitely a lot of fun. So that so far what has been announced. Of course, I talked about all the different, anniversaries going on, from the 100-year anniversary to the 70th years of Walt Disney Imagineering, to the 40th anniversary of Epcot, to the 30th anniversary of Disneyland Paris. There's so many anniversaries coming up all on the same note. So it's due to come. But so I'm assuming this is going to be the end of the Disneyland presentation, and we're going to go into talking about what is going on with Disney World. What I expect to see, I do expect to see a release date for Tron, as well as I am expecting to get some more updates for Epcot that's going on, and just see what they come up with. So I think there's some good, but I'm really excited for Happily Ever After as a big Disney World fan. It's gonna be fantastic to see that back. I'm over the moon about that. But as Disney, great Disney fashion, they got to do Broadway style, things for their presentations. Maybe it's just to give Josh Tomorrow a little bit of a break, which is always possible. But yeah, always lots and lots of fun as a Disney fan. So also, I did forget, they did talk about over in Disneyland, of course, some of the updates to the downtown Disney as they're reimagining the downtown Disney area. They are adding in the I guess some new restaurants, a new bakery called Porto's. Never heard of it personally myself. I guess it's more of a West Coast bakery. So if you know about it, and apparently it's a big thing, so we'll see. But looks like the song and dance is done, so let's bring this back up and let's see what Josh Tomorrow still has to talk about. Hopefully, come on, let's get into some Disney World news. I can't wait to hear about it. Confetti everywhere, I'm sure.
Thank you, Anika. And my gosh, and that band coming through the aisles. You guys like that? Woo! That was phenomenal. How about another huge round of applause for them with a little handkerchief? So many things happening at the Disneyland Resort, and I'm not even done talking about it. But I'm going to come back to Disneyland in just a little bit. For now, let's turn our attention to another place that I've had a chance to call home, Walt Disney World.
Here we go. I told you we're going to get into Walt Disney World next.
Now, when I served as president of the resort, I got a chance to work with the team that was planning the 50th celebration, and I'm just so proud of all the new magic and new memories that they're creating for our guests. We've debuted 2 new nighttime spectaculars. We have Disney Enchantment at Magic Kingdom. Yeah, and we have Harmonious.
Seen it, not huge on it. I'm glad to see Happily Ever After coming back.
Well, both of them have been tremendous additions, and if you haven't seen them already,
Harmonious is good.
You don't want to miss them. You definitely don't want to miss them. Because as I've been saying, we're always looking to the future. So I am excited to share that we're crafting an all-new nighttime spectacular for Epcot during the 100th anniversary celebration. Brand new show, and this show is in development right now, and it will debut later next year, continuing that park's legacy.
Wow. New nighttime show for 100th celebration. That's big news.
This is an exciting time for Epcot because we're getting close to another major milestone in its transformation. Our new neighborhood world celebration is taking shape in the middle of our park. The neighborhood will feature Communicore Hall and Communicore Plaza, 2 great new locations.
The old tower would have been a lot better, but I guess I'll take what we can get.
Journey of water inspired by Moana. That's coming to World Nature Neighborhood. It's the story of water on our planet. It's obviously inspired by Moana's friendship with the ocean. And as you make your way around the trail, you'll interact with the water, discover that it kind of has a mind of its own. Now, you are all the first to hear today that Journey of Water and the rest of the center of that park will be ready to welcome guests in late 2023.
Nice. Okay. So we get Moana end of next year.
just one more little surprise for you.
Please tell me it's Mary Poppins. Please tell me it's Mary Poppins coming back. Oh, no, no. Of course, they're showing imagination. Please. We're getting Dreamfinder back. Come on, let's get Dreamfinder back.
For most of our lives, he's appeared only in our imaginations. But for a short period of time years ago, you could actually meet this lovable purple dragon. Well, I am thrilled to announce that by the end of next year, you'll get the chance to meet Figment in person once again out in the park. Figment is back. I'm going to have a lot more to share in the future, but our teams are...
I'm happy for Figment coming back and being a meet and greet. I'm happy for Figment coming back being a meet and greet, but I would have hoped for a imagination upgrade, to be honest with you.
Talk about another favorite character. Ever since a certain Happy Haunt returned to Disneyland, our fans have been asking for him in Florida, too. Well, foolish mortals, we have heard you. And I am...
Ooh, Disney World's getting a Hatbox Ghost.
I am fiendishly thrilled to announce that next year the Hatbox Ghost will materialize in the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, I love that.
Now, on Friday, we announced a new game that I'm really excited about. It's called Tron Identity. And it's a new take on the Tron universe that I think any of you gamers out there are really going to love. Now, obviously, you'll be able to experience this game from anywhere. But if you want to physically enter the grid in a thrilling new way, well, I've got the thing for all of you. At Magic Kingdom, we're busy testing Tron like...
Oh, here's the release date. Watch.
This will be a huge addition to Tomorrowland. And listen, I know that we've been talking, and then we were talking, and then we were talking about this attraction for a while now.
5 years now.
What I'm telling you is really close to being ready for showtime. So close, in fact, I got a chance to take an early test ride, and I figured I'd give you a sneak peek. Take a look.
That thing should be awesome.
I fully...
I've been waiting for 5 years for that thing to open.
How much I enjoyed that. And what you all saw there, that is just a little taste. It was great riding with some of the team members who have been so committed to this attraction through all of its unforeseen twists and turns. They're working on a lot of fitting touches right now, and we are excited for you all to experience it. That is why I am thrilled to announce to you today that Tron Life Cycle Run will debut in the spring of 2023.
Oh, I was actually hoping for earlier because since they're doing test run, but they always like to release. Disney always loves to release new rides around Memorial Day, so that's when I'm pretty sure this is going to come about. But can't wait. Cruise line, please. Come on, I'm hoping for the new name for the next ship.
With our guests. And now we're going to build on that momentum, turning our attention to the next entry into our fleet. For our sixth ship, we're dreaming up a brand new design concept that feels unlike anything Disney Cruise Line has ever done before. The theme of the ship is adventure. Celebrating, you knew it, celebrating Walt's lifelong love for exploration. This is going to be an epic journey into Disney stories.
Is that the new name? Is that the new name, Adventure?
What the inside of this amazing new ship will look like. Here we go.
Ooh, a little darker than the other one. A little darker than the Wish. I like it. Oh, Aladdin and Jasmine get the statue up front this time. I like it. I like the darker colors.
Looking good, huh? Grand Hall is inspired by the grandeur and mystery of a gilded palace. It draws on real-world influences from Asia and from Africa, as well as the far-off land of Agrabah. As you see there, for the first time aboard one of our ships, the signature Grand Hall statue will feature 3 of our favorite characters, Jasmine, Aladdin, and their belovable magic carpet soaring together towards a whole new world of adventure. But wait here, there's a little detail. Do you all want to know the name of the ship?
Adventure, I'm going to guess.
Take a look.
Maybe. Treasure. Oh, that's a good name. I like that. That's a really good name for the next ship. Disney Treasure. Like it.
At the heart of every adventure, there is a treasure. And we can't wait for you to create memories aboard this spectacular new ship. Our growing fleet also allows us to go places that we've never been before. Because for our next adventure, I'm pleased to announce today that we will take the Disney Wonder to Australia and
Wow, that's pretty cool. Disney Wonders typically sticks on the Pacific anyway, so.
Beginning in late October of next year, the ship here is the destination on these voyages, inviting guests from this region into stories from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. And we're so glad to bring something new to those that may never have experienced this type of Disney magic before. Now, obviously, then I'm also excited to share that the Disney Wonders repositioning cruises will be our first South Pacific voyages, giving you the chance to experience destinations like Fiji and
That'd be
Samoa.
cool.
Pretty cool. And there's more. And there is more. Our Disney Cruise Line has started work on our new island destination in the Bahamas.
Been talked about since 2019 with the next island, but because of COVID, it kind of got delayed.
And I wanted you all to be the first to see it.
Also, Joe Rohde was originally designing it.
Welcome to Lighthouse Point on the beautiful island of Eleuthera. We're still in the early stages, but I can tell this is going to be a spectacular location for our Disney Cruise Line.
Look at that blue water. Look at that.
We have a long way to go, but just imagine the possibilities.
It's a lot of land.
It's going to keep going. That was the first time that I was on the island, and I can tell you now from a personal point of view that Lighthouse Point is going to be absolutely stunning. It's inspired by the stories of the Bahamas, and we are committed to preserving and protecting the natural environment throughout this project. Get this, everybody. 90% of the power used at Lighthouse Point will come from solar energy. 90% of the power.
It's good. It's good.
And we're working with local advisors and artists to create a destination that represents the natural beauty and the rich culture of the Bahamas. We want this to be an authentic experience filled with all kinds of Disney magic. Here is a brand new concept rendering that I'm sharing with you all.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Today, it's a great overview of what your day on Lighthouse Point will feel like. In addition, obviously to that gorgeous beach that you just saw a moment ago, you'll have a recreation center. You're going to have food.
I hope they do a short cruise where you go to Castaway Cay and this one eventually. That would be awesome.
Rendering showing a closer look at one of the island's pavilions. Here, guests will be able to immerse themselves much more deeply into the Bahamian culture. We're excited to create a place where you can learn about the stories and the traditions that are passed down by generations of Eleuthera's residents. And we know how much our guests love Castaway Cay, so we can't wait for you also to put your toes in the sand on this new island destination. So more to come there. All right, now that we're back on land, let's see. If
Before we get to Shanghai, does anyone else feel kind of robbed for Disneyland? We got like 3 announcement dates, and that was it. No, nothing new. I mean, I kind of feel robbed a little bit. But let's talk about Shanghai.
I hope you guys do too. You're going to get a chance to do that in the new land that we're creating in Shanghai Disneyland. This will be our first experience based on the Inspiring Academy Award-winning film. Here is a first look at how you'll see into Zootopia Central Station and discover animals going about their daily lives. The technology that the Imagineers are using to bring this land to life, it's really, really cutting edge stuff, as you can see. This is also a brand new piece of concept art that you're seeing for the first time today. You can check out the doors and the apartments of all sizes for animals that might be large or small, and then everything in between. Like you guys, I love all these little details that you see in here. Now, you'll make your way to the Zootopia Police Department, which doubles as the entrance for the land's new family attraction. And there, you're going to be meted by Officer Klauhauser. Our Shanghai team just released this video clip just a few hours ago, and I wanted you to have a first look at it.
今晚的演唱会可是夏季阳的演唱会哦，夏季阳哦。
That's actually cute.
And while we are talking about lovable characters, Mickey's favorite teddy bear, Duffy. Oh, we got some Duffy fans in here. He has been a huge fan favorite in our Asia parks for years. But listen, things went to a whole new level in Shanghai when we introduced his newest friend, Lena Bell. All right, a few Lena Bell fans in here. Well, just this week, that inquisitive fox made her debut at Hong Kong Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea, and the response has been ridiculous. So I thought you might want to meet her too as a special D23 Expo treat. You don't get to see these characters from overseas that much, so why not? Everybody making her first appearance ever in the United States, please welcome the one and only Lena Bell.
All right, as a Shanghai Duffy character, people come out. Yeah, I can't help but feel kind of robbed from Disneyland. All we got was announcement dates. I know there's already been a lot going on out at Disney World, but I would have hoped to hear maybe something about the Mary Poppins attraction or Reflections Resort, if though either of those two items are still on the table. But I do feel that Disney World got completely overlooked on this. But let's continue to listen in.
Panel at Hyperion Theater. Looks like Lena may have found another clue there. Lena Bell, thank you so much for joining us. It was great to see you. You're so cute.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
That much. I saw you guys buying a lot of merchandise out there from Lena Bell, so I figured, what the heck. Now, when you all leave today, we have a Lena Bell pin for all of you. It is only available in our Asia park, so this one is really, really special. We brought it to D23 Expo as a gift in honor of Lena Bell's visit, so enjoy that. Whether we are talking about Duffy and Friends or Zootopia or any of our other parks experience, the Disney difference, it comes from our incredible storytelling. And that all stems from our original storyteller. And that's why, as part of Disney's 100th anniversary, I am so happy to announce that next year, Hong Kong Disneyland will unveil a brand new statue of Walt and Mickey. This is a tribute to that.
Any statue of Walt and Mickey is always good.
Walt watched his children on the merry-go-round, that one little spark that eventually led him to create the thing we all love, Disneyland. Now here, he sits on a bench, but this time behind the Castle of Magical Dreams in Hong Kong. And we'll have a commemorative print of this wonderful statue also for you on your way out today. Anything Walt and Mickey I love, we are so proud of this. Now, Hong Kong Disneyland is home to one of 3 new Frozen themed lands that will
can't let my kids see this. I'm gonna have to take them to Hong Kong if I do.
This new rendering that we're debuting for you today. World of Frozen in Hong Kong is going to feature 2 attractions, including our first Frozen-themed coaster, Wandering Oaken's Sliding Sleighs. This land, it's really starting to take shape, as you can see here in this brand new footage that we're sharing for the first time. The way Arendelle blends in with the park's natural surroundings on Lantau Island, I think, is just magnificent. And I'm happy to share that World of Frozen will open at Hong Kong Disneyland in the second half of 2023. In Paris, our Frozen theme land is a huge expansion at Walt Disney Studios Park. You're going to be immersed in the same magical wintry setting from the films, including a Norway-inspired village and snow-capped mountains. And to connect Arendelle to the rest of the Walt Disney Studios, we're creating an entirely new promenade in the center of this park. Now here's a fresh look that I'm sharing with you all first today, showing how this area will expand the current park and lead you into a new lakeside district. Now,
this is interesting.
Back towards Arendelle, you'll pass
Disney's dumped so much money into Disneyland Paris.
To officially announce today that one of these gardens will feature a new Tangle-themed attraction that we're developing for the whole family to enjoy, even the little ones. Now, Frozen is also one of the stories playing a role in the royal transformation of the iconic five-star Disneyland Hotel in Paris. Every guest room and all the communal areas, they're being rethemed, and they'll take inspiration from classics like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, Tangled, and even more. Here's a first look at concept art for one of our Frozen-themed suites. I can't wait for all of you to get a chance to experience
simple.
it again for yourself when the reimagining is fully complete in 2024. Our third Frozen project is coming to life at Tokyo Disney Resort.
Why is all the overseas locations getting Frozen? Why isn't any of the U.S. locations getting Frozen?
With us this morning. Would you all please give a warm D23 Expo welcome to Disney legend Toshio Kagami, Representative Director, Chairman, and CEO of Oriental Land Company. And there he is. We are so grateful for our ongoing partnership and everything Kagami-san has contributed to the Tokyo Disney Resort. In just the latest example, Tokyo Disney Sea is creating its 8th port of call right now. It's called Fantasy Springs. This will include 3 distinct stories.
Don't get me wrong, I'm happy for all these additions to all these parks around the world, but why can't we get Frozen at 2? We have 2 U.S. locations. Why can't we get Frozen at one of those? I don't get it.
Haven't shared with anyone yet. Let's take a look.
Good animatronics.
So, as you all heard, Elsa will sing in Japanese, and then her movements will sing specifically to match the rhythm of that language. It's going to be a Frozen experience that you just will not find anywhere else in the world. Since we have 3 Frozen lands in development right now in 3 different markets, we thought it would be great to share maybe a moment representing that story. So please enjoy this beautiful new rendition of Into the Unknown that we created especially for all of you, and it's performed in Cantonese, Japanese, and French. Enjoy it, everyone.
I'm gonna bring this down for a second. So a little bit of what's going on. Of course, you guys have seen a lot of the new additions that's going on. I as a being a person in Florida at Disney World, big fan of Disney World, I do feel kind of robbed. All we got was, of course, Happily Ever After coming. We got a release time frame for Tron, which is going to be, probably around Memorial Day of next year. They just said spring of next year. We got a release date for Moana Journey of Water, which is going to be end of next year. And that's pretty much it, to be 1,000% honest with you. Nothing else. I was kind of hoping to hear more about Epcot, possibility of the Mary Poppins coming back, possibility of, what's going on with the Spaceship Earth upgrade, what's going on, it was the Reflection Resort ever coming back. Is that, or is Mary Poppins and that and Spaceship Earth completely done with? I mean, maybe we won't hear anything about that, but, I'm kind of disappointed about that. What's going to happen with the Play Pavilion over at Epcot? Are they doing anything with it? I don't know. Kind of feel, I mean, they talk so much about what's going on at Disneyland, and then they kind of just like skipped over real quick to the Disney Treasure, which is the next Disney boat line. Which that was exciting to see. I love the new colors and the new theming of the new cruise ship. But I think that's fantastic. New ride over in Disneyland, all this new stuff. And then of course, we have three new Frozen lands coming up, but I know Frozen has been so big all over the world. But two, he's going to, I think, Paris is getting one, Hong Kong's getting one, and Tokyo is getting one. Whatever happened to putting one out here? At least put one in on one of the coasts. Come on, man. I mean, I understand when you spread around Marvel, you couldn't put Marvel out here in Disney World because of the whole Universal thing. But I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Am I wrong in just feeling robbed about how they just completely skipped over Disney World entirely? I don't know. I do. I just feel robbed by it, to be 1,000% honest with you. Too many questions still linger and still go. And I mean, again, we have Norway out here. Why couldn't we have re-expanded on that? I don't know. I just think there's maybe they have more land over there. And that could be a possibility too, that maybe these parks are getting full to put something in there. I don't know, to put a whole new Frozen land. Maybe it's easier, a much easier situation to put these rides in over at the overseas locations. I understand Paris, because they've been dumping a ton of money into Paris and redoing it since they took the ownership. But I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's still more to come. There's probably at least 15 more minutes in this presentation. So let's listen back in and continue seeing what's going on. But kind of disappointed a little bit so far.
Was spectacular. Kevin Feige, if you're out there, don't even try it. Don't even try it. Now, before we leave Tokyo Disney Resort, there's one more project that I want to touch on. Beginning in 2024, Space Mountain at Tokyo Disneyland will undergo a transformation that will bring a new story and experience to this iconic attraction. Here is a first look at how the area will transition from day to night.
I think that's pretty cool. I do like the Space Mountain. I do like the Space Mountain update.
A new plaza that will be complete by 2027, and I think it's just beautiful. This new vision for Tokyo's Tomorrowland and everything that we've talked about today, for that matter, it's all about continually pushing ourselves for more and more innovative storytelling, which of course is why I love visiting with our Imagineers, the ones who bring all of these ideas to life for us. Dreaming up new possibilities only Disney would dare to try is what these folks are doing every single day. And again, in this really cool job that I have, I regularly get to watch over their shoulders as they do it. Now, occasionally, they even let me test stuff out. That's usually if they think I can't screw it up, which I usually do. But sometimes they let me test stuff out. Now, Imagineers turn technology on its head to see what else they can do. And this nonstop pursuit of innovation means that they're constantly trying things that have never done before. And you can't be afraid to fail once in a while. As you can see, some of these ideas, they became experiences in our parks and our resorts or maybe on our ships, while others teach us lessons that will send our teams down completely new paths. We don't know yet where some of these concepts may take us, and I guess that's kind of the fun part here. Because there are absolutely no boundaries when you're dreaming of a big future like this. We've been like a train just barreling down the tracks for more than 6 decades since we opened Disneyland Park. And then COVID, it brought that train to a stop. But It also allowed us to spend some time tinkering around a little bit. It was a rare opportunity to stop and think about where we wanted to go. So we took some time to do some things that we've always wanted to try in our parks, but we also had to put a few projects on hold while the world was stopped. Well, now we are back on track. We are picking up steam.
Please tell me this is some of the stuff I was just talking about. Please tell me this.
Possibilities that are in front of us. Now, look, what I'm about to share with you is probably.
I would rather eat my own words. I would rather eat my own words. But I'm hoping this is coming back.
Really excited. Because what we're going to talk about next is way early in the creative process. It's what our Imagineers call blue sky. I want to be clear with everybody in here, though. We are not up here daydreaming. It's important to me that you know these things we're going to talk about, they are very real. They are very serious discussions that I'm having with our teams about the future of our parks and experiences. And I want to touch on a couple of them today because, well, you are our biggest fans, and I want you to see behind that curtain a little bit. Does it sound like it's fun? Okay, I'm sure I'm going to get myself in trouble here. Now, some of you might know, at one point in my career, I was lucky enough to be leading Disney's Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World. And during that time, I was involved with some of the planning for Pandora, the world of Avatar. It was such an awesome project to be part of, and it was so transformative for Animal Kingdom, and our guests love that land. But you know, I was kind of always thinking about the possibilities for transformation in this other area of the park, and that's Dinoland.
Here's another big question we've all been wondering. What you doing with Dinoland?
We see tremendous opportunity here, a chance to tell some new stories that fit right in with what Animal Kingdom is all about. And I am just so excited about it. I can't keep it to myself, so I'm going to share it with you. And I figured it would be cool to invite out two key collaborators to come on out here and talk with me about some of our initial ideas. Sound fun? Okay. Well, please welcome Imagineering Creative Portfolio Executive Chris Beatty and the Chief Creative Officer of the Walt Disney Animation Studios and Academy Award-winning filmmaker, Jennifer Lee. Am I making you guys know? Just a little.
Well, at least we get one answer question is what are they doing with Dinoland since they removed the one ride in the middle of it. And I'd love to, at least we're coming back to Walt Disney World on this, not feel cheated.
Do these incredible things, write and direct a tremendous film like Frozen that becomes an instant classic for everyone, and then see those characters come to life in our parks. What's that like?
I mean, it's a complete rush. I mean, parks, I don't know you all, they've always meant so much to me. And now to see these stories and characters that we get to work on and that we've created become new experience for the guests, I'm pretty overwhelmed. Give me a minute. I mean, I was listening to Into the Unknown and I was practically turning into pixie dust when you were showing us all the Frozen land. So I'll land on Earth in a minute. But speaking for everyone at Disney Animation, to say we love being a part of the creative process for our parks. Working with Imagineers, we are
pretty cool people, right?
We are your biggest fans. I mean, we are. I have to tell you. So, but what's
Come on, let's get the news.
It really is this natural fit.
Dinoland has definitely been a land that has been forgotten.
Ideas around crazy ideas sometimes, and then of course they make it happen. And just seeing where the stories take us. And Chris and I, along with the team, I'm like all about like what it's like being in there for me, but along with all the Imagineers and the studio filmmakers themselves, have been working together and looking at how we can bring the films for this last decade into the parks in natural ways.
All right, so can I continue the love fest?
Yeah, you get in there. All you, Chris, go ahead.
It is so true. We love partnering with your team at Animation. Getting early insight into the characters and the stories that you're developing, it's critical for us at Imagineering as we move through that blue sky process.
Let's go back to Dinerland for a minute. I think that's a great example of where we opened our conversation really, I think, with an important reminder about the ethos of Animal Kingdom. It has to start there. Since its beginning, Animal Kingdom has really focused on.
I can't tell at all where they're going with this. I'm lost.
Of nature, and most of all, probably the power of transformative adventures. And Josh, a few minutes ago, you talked about Avatar.
I love that place.
That is the perfect example of where a narrative and how it embodies these core values to create an experience that could only live at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with that, Chris. But Jen, talk to us a little bit about how these values play into our decision making. If we want to tell more stories in the park, what do we think could happen in Dinoland?
Well, I mean, first of all, understanding the foundation is critical to our creative thinking.
Come on.
And for us, what immediately came to mind when thinking about Animal Kingdom was Zootopia.
Please.
How can we tell new stories together about these incredible animals to engage people of all ages?
Exactly. I mean, I remember the first time I sat down and watched Zootopia, watching Judy Hopps.
So does this mean Animal Kingdom's getting Zootopia?
And the animals in those environments just jumped off the screen to me as a possibility that could live in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, how cool would it be to take our guests into the various districts? I mean, be immersed in Tundra Town, Little Rodentia, Bunnyboro, the Rainforest District, perhaps even points you haven't seen yet?
I'm sure there are districts and characters we haven't seen yet, right?
Well, not yet. Wink, wink, wink.
I'm waiting too. I'm waiting for that meeting to take place where maybe I get to look on Victor a little bit. But in all honesty, look, we love Zootopia, but we can't help as Imagineers but ask ourselves, where else could we go? And your team has done such an amazing job of developing stories that really speak to this idea of connections to nature.
Yeah, when we talked and I thought about this idea of connection, something else that came to mind was Moana, maybe?
Yes, please. I love the idea of Moana being in Animal Kingdom. I mean, her story is one of adventuring beyond the reef, connecting with nature. I mean, in order to heal a broken world and save her people. And I can just imagine getting to journey with her, trying to fight off the Kakamora, meeting mysterious animals and creatures of the deep. It would be thrilling.
Yes, that is would be extremely thrilling, and that's exactly how Animal Kingdom or how Moana can fit into Animal Kingdom. These are the types of stories and narratives that really, I think, speak right to the heart of the park.
I think all of that sounds great, and we have real aspirations for this part of the park. We're all so excited about the possibilities here. Now, Chris, I seem to recall one of those days at Imagine.
Got possibilities, but you haven't said what it's going to be yet. Come on.
For what we're talking about here.
We do a lot of concept art, but yes, I believe we did share some with you early on.
Yeah. And are you going to be a wimp, or are you going to share?
So you're calling me out on stage.
Yeah, I'm calling you. You guys, these are our fans here. These are our fans.
Okay. I just want to know first, will I have a job come Monday morning?
You'll always have.
All right, great. Let's just show it. Let's show
it.
Okay, look, we're going to show you this. It's big. It's beautiful.
What is this?
And I hesitate even to call this a concept. Look, we develop lots of paintings like this to help our teams envision the possibilities of what could be. This is just one of them.
But I love this one.
It's a good one.
But I love this one.
I know.
Yes.
And I know that there's more beyond just that one park, Animal Kingdom. Since we're already pulled back the curtain a little bit here, why not go maybe a little bit further now, making some.
Okay, Moana / Zootopia Land and Animal Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom.
Okay. Tomorrowland's supposed to possibly facelift.
You were the creative director for New Fantasyland. And I guess up until right now, that was the largest expansion in Magic Kingdom's history.
Yes, I mean, Magic Kingdom holds a special place in my heart. I think there are so many amazing stories yet to be told, lands yet to be explored. Trust me when I say this, at Imagineering, we're always thinking about what is next. And one of the concepts we're most excited about is this idea of new frontiers. let me give you an example. So Josh, do you ever wonder if you could travel to the other side of Big Thunder Mountain, what could be there?
Yeah. And I'm sure that there are about 7,000 people in the audience who wondered, what exactly is beyond Big Thunder?
All right, well, that's what we're exploring.
Okay.
All right, so go with me. Everyone go with
You
me.
never notice this is the not an amazement look. This is a very confused look at what's going on here.
And maybe in front of us, there's a valley in front of us with the little town of Santa Cecilia.
Oh, please tell me this is coming true.
And they're celebrating Dia de los Muertos.
Coco coming to Magic Kingdom. This is huge.
And fly into the land of the dead. With our familia, just like the Riveras in Coco. That's what could be out there.
And of course, I mean, I'm just asking.
Okay, this entire thing, they're not verifying anything. They're just throwing ideas. There we go. That's a big one.
I'm sure you know that there are many of us at Disney Animation who cannot wait to see more Encanto in the parks. I mean, who are we kidding? No one could bring a magical house to life like Disney Imagineering. What if you could walk into the Madrigal's casita, just saying, meet the family? What if Maribel is your guide, introducing you to all the wonder within those walls? Bruno's tower, Antonio's room, all of it, all of it. What if you could step up to a door and discover your own magical gift?
What if? Jennifer is not going to stop. And you know what? She shouldn't. These types of ideas are exactly why I'm so glad that you are both here today talking to our biggest fans about what could be on the horizon here. So let's talk about one more.
I thought we talked.
No.
All right.
One more. Chris, come on.
All right. Yes, let's do it. Let's
All
share
right,
it.
well, listen, I know this one is not planned anytime soon, but it's something that
None of these are supposedly planned anytime soon, so no details. They're just they're just tossing out ideas at this point.
Overrun by villains.
Oh. This could be very, very big. This has been talked about for years and years and years.
7,000 other people as well. We love to see this idea happen.
And I know we love to hate, but mostly love, adore, and sometimes a little too obsessively adore our villains.
It's true. All right, well, Chris, here I go again. I'm pretty sure that you shared another early concept or thought starter for the Magic Kingdom 2.
Well, I mean,
come on.
You already called me a whip once, so I guess I'm just going to go ahead and
just go
going for it now, right? All right, let's roll. Let's show it. So, once again, this is a thought starter, but you can see here the villains looming overhead with Casa Magrial in the distance, and then we arrive at Santa Cecilia. That's what could be out there beyond Big Thunder Mountain.
Wow. So I'm thinking this would actually get rid of Tom Sawyer Island, to be honest with you. Clear out Tom Sawyer Island, put more of this in, fill in the area. This could be interesting.
Big Thunder Mountain is going to be so cool. I can't wait to keep talking more with you both about these ideas and to start locking some of this in. Animation is where all of this began 100 years ago, and we have such a rich collection of stories to draw from. With your teams working closely together, I want to hear more. I want to share more with all of these fans. Jen, Chris, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
I'll say it maybe for the 10th time today. You can see why I love this stuff. I just want to make sure that you know that we are constantly thinking about what's next. Because as Bob said on Friday, Disney is a company of unrivaled creativity. And we are never, never going to stop working towards that next great idea. We're never going to stop surprising you. We're never going to stop delighting you. We're pushing the boundaries of where we can all go together. We're always, always in search of Walt's great, big, beautiful tomorrows. This is a relationship between us at Disney
Wow.
and you.
I don't know how to feel about any of this. Nothing's confirmed. Nothing's exact. Everything's just possibilities.
I have a new video that I wanted to share with you all that I think
I have a theory of why they're doing that, to be honest with you. I have a
I
theory.
haven't shown it to anyone yet because, well, we've been saving it just for you. I think it gets right to the heart of our special relationship with you. Let's take a look.
Hey, I can't sleep. Why? Do you want to go to Disney? Yes.
We're on the way to Disney World today.
We really are.
We really are.
We really are.
Are we literally going to Disney?
The magic's been there from the very beginning.
The smells, the sights, the sounds. There's something in the air that is so special and unique.
The way it connects one to one.
That heart-touching moments. But they are right. There's something about it.
Oh my goodness. Across the country and around the world. Stories become more meaningful.
Which one would you like to choose? The whole.
I can't wait to see a princess. I'm so excited.
You've got a really good buzz right here.
I want to fly.
Stories become more personal.
You are now a knight of the kingdom.
With you at the center, everything comes to life.
Just the fact that we're together, doing all the activities together. Let's go. We're all in it. We're on the moment.
Together, we make the memories that will live in your heart.
I feel like we're celebrated here. And I'm so
Yeah,
glad to share
that
with
is cute.
Together, we make the impossible possible.
This is a dream come true for me.
Because the magic of Disney is nothing compared to what happens when we share it with you. Now and forever.
I've always wondered what Disney will do next.
Cheers to many more memories.
I take every trail I track,
Every path I make, every road leads back
to the place I know where I cannot go, where I want to be. See the light in the sky, and you see it calls me.
No one knows how far it goes.
Forget the name of my sail and the sea stays behind me.
One day I'll know how far it goes.
That's your heartfelt. Normally I might talk over that, but that's always that's what brings people to Disney. That's what makes people love Disney. That's what brings it all together. So I can't hate on that.
Parks, experiences, and products, everything that we want to do, you can be found in those magical moments like you just saw. Whether you're hugging a character or you're riding an attraction or you're visiting a far off place or maybe you're playing a game or spending time with your loved ones, whatever it is, we're inviting all of you into our story so that you can make us part of your story. That's, I think, what this is all about. And there's no telling how far we will go all together. Because I believe that the best is to come, which is saying something considering that we're about to celebrate our 100th anniversary at Disney.
Yep. Come on, there should be some big celebrations going on for 100 years.
2016, We've added more than 200 new lands and experiences and attractions and festivals and so much more. And we've done that literally around the world. And that's why when I tell you that we're just getting started, I hope that you know I really, really mean this. This year, we unveiled Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, the Disney Wish, Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, and Avengers Campus in Disneyland Paris. Next year, we've got Mickey's Toontown, we've got Tron, we've got World of Frozen and World Celebration. In 2024, we're bringing you Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Story Living by Disney is going to be up and running. And then the Disney Treasure, as we talked about today. And that's not even all. There's so much more good stuff coming. So many new experiences.
Oh, this is something to show in here.
I can't tell you about just yet. We have a massive library of stories.
There's a lot of stuff that was in that image that wasn't even talked about.
We're going to give you more entertainment. We're going to give you more special moments and more ways to make your time with us even better. More of what you love about Disney. Right now, as we all sit here today in Hall of D23, Imagineers are out there thinking of the next great experience you can't find anywhere else but with us. It's how we've defined ourselves for the first 100 years, and it's going to define our next 100 as well. Which brings me back to where we started this morning. Beginning in January, oh my gosh, do we have a 100th anniversary celebration in store?
I want to hear about this. Come on.
As you know, we're calling it Disney 100 Years of Wonder. And as Bob said, it's going to be the biggest celebration in our company's history. Throughout 2023, we're inviting you to share the wonder with us on social media because we want to hear more of your Disney stories. Each of our destinations around the world, on land and at sea, will showcase the anniversary in their own way. We'll have plenty of new entertainment, we'll have new merchandise, we'll have special new food, we'll have drinks, and so much more. There will be more to share on all of this very soon. But I can tell you that the heart of this entire celebration will be right here in California at the Disneyland Resort.
That's fair, since Disney World just did the big main celebration for 50th, so I don't doubt it.
Decor and new looks for Mickey and Minnie and her pals. Well, special live entertainment moments that will pop up across the resort, including the long-awaited return of the Magic Happens Parade this spring. Oh, I love that one. I can't wait to experience it with all of you. Trust me, I will be out there. And I'm excited to announce that starting in late January, Disneyland Resort will showcase not one, but 2 new nighttime spectaculars. At Disney California Adventure, World of Color 1 will celebrate the storytelling legacy all started by Walt. It is going to be a world of color like nothing that you've seen before, with an all-new inspiring story told through some of your favorite characters. And then the new nighttime spectacular debuting at Disneyland Park, Wondrous Journeys, will ignite the wonder.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
It'll feature nods to all.
And I'm really going to have to get out to Disneyland next year to see all this, man. I'm really going to have to.
A journey filled with artistry, filled with music and storytelling, and of course, a ton of heart. It'll continue to build upon Disneyland's state-of-the-art projection effects, turning areas of the park into an artist's canvas that brings characters to life around you as the fireworks dance up in the sky. This show will feature an absolutely incredible new song. You want to hear it, right? All right, you got it. This is the world premiere of It's Wondrous, just for our D23 Expo fans.
New song for the 100 years.
Hard to know just where it starts, how it grows from just a spark. It's wondrous. I feel it now. it's you and me, a gentle stream of energy. I know this wonder, from dream to wish to unburied first try, from jumping to falling to learning to fly. Stroke of the pain to each motion that meets the eye. It's the magic that we collide. It's the stars that light your eyes. It's the flight of the butterflies. I can see it. Can you believe it? It's wonderland. It's wonderland. The water flows, the cold sweet, constant change, and you and me. Oh, it's wonderland. The moment comes for everyone to take a chance and win it all. You know it's wonderland.
Digging it. I'm loving this. I like the folkiness of this song.
Creating the dreams that we feel in our hearts. Don't know where it is, we only know where it
I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to dig it. I like it. I actually kind of like it better than the 50th song, to be honest with you.
From all of us.
That's it. That's it. That's it. All right, I'm going to drop that on out. I'm going to mute that for a second there, but lots of big stuff. That, you know, I can't say that I'm whirlwind of emotions here for it. You know, of course, we did get some exacts for Walt Disney World. Let's break down from what I can remember a little bit. Of course, Disneyland's getting some fantastic 100-year celebration that we just saw is going to be based around Disneyland, which is fair. Disney World just came off of a 50th anniversary. You know, spectacular. It's still not supposed to end till March. So, you know, it's just fair. We got a lot of new stuff out here for that. So, you know, just makes it to where I got to make a trip to Disneyland next year to check all this out. But lots of new things, you know, updates for downtown Disney, some new shops, some new bakeries. You know, the Paradise Pier is getting reimagined to Pixar Place. You know, what else we got? We got Mandalorian and Grogu wandering around, you know, Star Wars land. We're going to have the Hulk wandering around Avengers Campus out there in Disneyland. New Toontown added. You know, that's under construction right now with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway over there. Donald's boat is not getting taken out. That is still staying. Some great new renditions of that. And I'm sure there's more to this that I completely forgot. Disneyland, of course, Disney World. what we know is for sure. We know that Happily Ever After is going to be coming back. We didn't get an exact date, but it is coming back. My assumption is that the current fireworks show is going to remain with the 50th anniversary. So that is going to be to the end of March. So my assumption is that Happily Ever After is going to come back around the beginning of April. As soon as we know more details, of course, I'll let you know here on 5 Minutes of Disney as soon as I know more. What else do we know? We know that Tron Light Cycle is coming in spring of 2023. My assumption from Disney's history and past is that's probably going to open up around Memorial Day. That would be my guess. Disney loves opening new rides around Memorial Day. They do. They absolutely love it. There's been more rides and lands that's opened up around Memorial Day. So that's when Tron's going to open up. I think there's going to be extensive testing done, but yes, I think that's when we're going to open up. I do see they didn't say anything about it, but I would imagine the railroad is going to be coming before that, but who knows? What's the other exacts we know? We do know that what's the other thing they're working on right now? Moana, Journey of Water in Epcot. That is going to be open late 2023. So therefore, expect for that. I think that's going to be a great ad, especially with the weather calming down. So expect that probably after summertime next year, getting ready for the holiday season. As far as the rest of everything going on out there in Epcot, nothing else really talked about, to be 1,000% honest with you. And then, of course, they skipped over it a little bit. They went on to other things and they came back. Now, they talked about multiple things. They talked about possibilities for Animal Kingdom. Of course, Dinoland has been some much needed work for years, and they, as we know, Primeval World is gone. It's just an empty space in there. Now, Disney just talked about ideas for things going on. They're not confirming anything, and this is why I think they're not confirming anything at all yet, and that is because in 2009, they made so many announcements with Epcot, from things like the upgraded Spaceship Earth, the Mary Poppins Land, Reflections Hotel, and all the Play Pavilion at Wonders of Life, and all of it didn't happen. Of course, COVID stopped everything, stopped a lot of money, and stopped a lot of things from going on. So that's why I think they're throwing out ideas, because nothing's confirmed yet, and they don't want to get our hopes 100% up until they know a little bit more. So possibility for Animal Kingdom, complete change. I think at Dinoland is going to go away entirely, and it looks like it's going to be more of a half Moana, half Zootopia type of thing from the concept art that got released. Also talked about Magic Kingdom. Nothing about studios, nothing else about Epcot. Still, I would love, there's so many questions about Epcot that I think, needs to happen. But you know what? Maybe for another day. Magic Kingdom. This was the big news that they're talking about, of adding a whole nother area to Magic Kingdom, possibly. And wherever they're thinking about doing it, it's back behind Big Thunder Mountain. Of course, Big Thunder Mountain's not going away. Everyone that loves Big Thunder Mountain, enjoy it. It's not going away anytime soon. They just talked about behind Big Thunder Mountain. Now, of course, what's behind Big Thunder Mountain is, it's kind of in between Big Thunder and Haunted Mansion, is Tom Sawyer Island. My assumption and guess where they're going to put this is they're going to get rid of Tom Sawyer Island, because nothing really goes on over there anymore. It's not, the boats don't even work all the time anymore. And the boat, the river boat that goes around, will probably all go away. I think they're going to refill in that land, get rid of all the water, refill it in entirely, and make this. Now, they're talking about this new land behind Big Thunder Mountain as 3 big possibilities, or 3 ideas within one. And that is, of course, Coco themed area, of course, themed around I forget all the names, but based around the Day of the Dead, and everything Coco, which I'm excited about. I love Coco, one of my favorite Pixar movies. Of course, Encanto, talk about building the House of Madrigal. and all the greatness of that. And then on top of that, building also a villain style area. Now, the reason I think they're throwing out big ideas like this now, a villain's land has been proposed for many, many years as possibly a fifth park. Never came through, never. So I think this is a first bout on it. Now, the reason I think they are talking about this isn't something that's going to happen next year. It's not even going to happen start construction. This is all in pre-idea of everything going on. So I don't even see that if they're going to make a huge announcement about this, it's probably not going to be till next year at Destination D23, which is out here in Orlando area. Now, I can completely see them getting in more details about this, as right now it's just thoughts and ideas. But my thought on this is going to be Disney's response to Universal's Epic Universe. Because I've been saying it for a while that if Disney doesn't do something big by 2025, or at least get us excited for something big around there, they're gonna hurt. They're gonna really hurt, and they're gonna lose a lot from from there's just gonna be a lot of people, because with Super Mario Land and all that coming up, I think there a lot of people are gonna go towards Universal and try to check that area out. I don't know, but we'll see. But I think that's why they're throwing out, hey, this is what we're thinking about. These are some ideas we're talking about. So just keep that in mind. So don't forget about us, type thing, because we're bringing some pretty awesome stuff. I think that's their idea upon this, as well as they don't want to lock themselves into this just for us to be let down, like we did with Mary Poppins ride and in the downgraded events center, events area over at Epcot, and the loss of the Play Pavilion, the loss of the Spaceship Earth upgrade. To me, it's just there's a whole bunch of things we lost from, of course, when COVID happened and things got taken away. So I don't know. I mean, Chapek has never said Mary Poppins was off the table, but they definitely avoided talking about any of that stuff at Epcot and just focused on what was going on right now at Epcot. So maybe next year we'll get more word on some of that stuff. Maybe we won't. I don't know. It's kind of a mixed bag, but some other, getting off of Disney World, some other big news going on. Of course, the new Disney cruise ship was announced. The new name of the Disney cruise ship is Treasure. Aladdin and Jasmine flying on the carpet is the new statue in the lobby. And the new lobby, as if you guys have seen the images of the Wish, is very white. It's very bright. This is going to be a darker tones, some gold, stuff like that. So I love the new color scheme for the new Disney cruise line item. That's pretty much all we got for the new ship was the color scheme, the statue, and of course the name. Don't know the statue on the back of the boat yet. They did not announce that. But I do love the new name, the Disney Treasure. I think that's a fantastic name for the next boat. So we'll just have to wait and see what comes from that. Lots of stuff with the new parks going on. Of course, the big news from the parks around the world, I'm kind of disappointed on a little bit, was the fact that there are 3 new Frozen lands being added to the different areas. And there is a Frozen land being added to Paris. There's a Frozen land being added to Hong Kong. And there's a Frozen land being added to Tokyo, as well as a possibility for a Tangled themed family ride in Tokyo as well. That's Paris. No, I think that's in Paris. I don't know. I'm confused at this point. Rewatch the presentation on this channel if you want to see more. Also, I did forget, in Disneyland, they're also adding a 3rd ride over at Avengers Campus, themed across the multiverse with King Thanos. Definitely check out that rewatch on that. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. But lots going on around the parks. We were pretty much left with a lot of, maybes, possibilities, what ifs. If there was a what if show on this presentation, I mean, that whole ending was a complete what if. So again, they're not guaranteeing anything, but they're tossing those nuggets of possibility out to the public is what they're doing. They're tossing those nuggets out to say, ooh, well, this could be a possibility. This may come up. The thing is, these ideas may not come to fruition for 10 years, just to bring that there. But hey, I would rather hold on to a what if or a possibility than not being told at all. So that's why I'm left with a mixed bag here of, what the possibility. I am upset that, not upset, but I'm disappointed that, there's a Frozen Land coming to 3 parks, but none of them are a U.S. park. I would love to have seen a Frozen at least come to one of the U.S. parks. I think that would have been a fantastic dad. But also, if you're a Figment fan, the Figment meet and greet will be added over at Imagination. Kind of got me excited. I was kind of hoping for an update on Journey into Imagination, but no, we're just getting a meet and greet. So that's about it that we're getting over on that one. But time will tell. I'll break down some more of this a bit quicker. As soon as I get off of this live, I will start building my information for the my every Sunday 5 minutes at Disney. So if you guys missed something or I didn't say something, definitely check out my 5 minutes at Disney coming up later tonight. That should actually hopefully break it down. It may be a little bit longer than 5 minutes. I don't know. I'm going to try to go quick. There's a lot to talk about, a lot of possibilities, but definitely thank you guys all for coming out, hanging out with me to watch this presentation. I get excited about it every year. Fortunately, you can see I'm here at home in Florida. I did not get a chance to go to it this year. But next year at Destination D23, it will be out here in Orlando. So I'll most likely be able to go to that one and bring you guys 3 days of excitement for that one. So thank you very much for hanging out with me. If you didn't watch all of it and you want to, definitely don't forget to check out the rewind. And if you want to help support the channel, I'd always greatly appreciate it. Hit that membership button down below, become a member, help support the channel. And as always, if you like the presentation, definitely hit that like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so long with those post notification bells. As I always like to say here at Mr. TechBot, do what you like, do what you love, and always, guys, never forget to unleash your inner nerd. Y'all have a wonderful day, a magical day, and a Disney day. We love y'all. Have a great one. Later.